Is it me, or are all sports parents losing their absolute mind anymore in 2025? These are the questions I ponder at night. But first, let's work out. So this week, I'm starting the Haas 2.0 project by Will Rattel. That's how I say his name. Been following his stuff for a while now, and I find it pretty up my alley. Simple and effective. Simple but hard. A lot of compound lifts. Nothing fancy. Just solid meat and potatoes. Do the work. Get stronger. Jump higher. And I find that pretty interesting. Sick of trying to program my own stuff. For the last few months, I've kind of got a lot smaller. I've been just trying to get more mobile and out of pain because I've been training jiu-jitsu too much until recently. So everything on my body hurts right now, or it did. So starting this project this week, I'm going to see, what the next 20 weeks entails, and see how I can kind of change my performance and my body. Being that I turned 40 a month ago, it's going to be interesting. I haven't lifted like heavy since maybe my early 30s-ish, when I got pretty strong and then just kind of quit lifting heavy and focus on other sports and hobbies. Today, we're going to start off week one with some vertical jump work on a plyo box. Haven't done that like ever in my life. I'd never really done plyo, so first time. Hopefully I don't tear an Achilles. And then we're going to go into some squats and try to really get that squat up these next 20 weeks. So today is a density set, so 14 minutes of work. Rep schemes don't matter. It's whatever you can pump out, and to see how many reps I can get total in that 14-minute time period. Then we're going to do some low incline bench press and some stiff-legged deadlift. Get those hammies strong. Be really interested to see how this works. Going to try to keep my macros on point for the first time in a long time, and see what kind of strength gains I can get as a 40-year-old. Dad of 3. This should be interesting. All right, so the question at hand. Have youth sports parents lost their mind? I think the answer to this is yes. And I'm a little bit venting, a little bit PSA, and a little bit of I'm curious what you guys see out there. If you leave in the comments, let me know, like, what kind of crazy stories have you seen? If you're a parent of a youth athlete that's maybe either mid-level or higher level, because that's when it gets really nuts, right? And I've seen, a few, back when we were kids, you always had the one parent who was, yelling at the ref or yelling at the coach. And, you always had one. You just kind of stayed away from them. They were the nut jobs. But now, at the higher level of sports in Texas, it's absolutely bonkers. I've seen parents yell at their kids so they're crying because they didn't perform well. I've seen parents take away tablets and computers and ground kids because they didn't perform well in a game. I've seen parents make their kids do film reviews like every night of the week or like 3 times a week to study film at night instead of just relaxing and, like being kids. I've seen parents try to fight other parents of the opposing team. I've seen it all, right? And my daughter, who is playing at a higher level in the sport that she has chosen, has excelled extremely well to the point of almost being on the U.S. national team for her age bracket. And I bring this up because it's the only real data point I have to support my thesis here, is that I don't think you need to push your kids that hard. I think if they're meant to excel in that sport, the one they were born to do or the one they've chosen to pursue, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it on their own. Even at younger ages, 9, 10 years old, you see, Baloo, what are you doing? No. You see kids who are doing their own. This is Baloo. He's constantly needs petted and hanging out with you, so here he is. But you see the kids, they'll choose to do it on their own accord, and you don't have to push them that hard. My daughter, for example, up until this year, she's never had a private lesson until she requested it because she felt she needed to work on a few legging items for what she was trying to do. We've never made her watch film. We've never made her go outside and work on her sport. We've never made her work out. She's done everything on her own up until this point. She pushed herself. She asked for extra practices. She asked for skill sessions. She's asked for different workout programs that she can do, and I'm happy to help with because that's kind of the one thing that I enjoy doing and I'm knowledgeable on. And she's made it to kind of that top tier level at her age. Until this year, we never even had a private lesson for her until she asked for it. So that being said, I think when you push your kid too hard, it's only going to happen. Like 1 of 3 things is going to happen. Your kid's going to burn out. They're going to quit. You see this in sports like wrestling all the time, right? Because wrestling, for whatever reason, you either have to start when you're 4 and do it 7 days a week until you graduate, or you just get burned out or you become the best. That's the two options you have. It feels like, at least when you're in Pennsylvania or Ohio. Two, your kid's going to hate you. Three, they're going to end up in therapy when they're like 25, and they're going to be spending $150 a week to sort out their brain that you destroyed when they were like, 12, 13. So maybe, I don't know, take a step back, and if this video makes you angry, it's because you're that parent, right? You're the one living vicariously through your kids, like Uncle Rico, and trying to get them to win the state title because you didn't. Maybe take a step back and re-gauge like what you're doing. And two, just if you've seen the crazy antics, leave in the comments. I'm curious, like what else people see around the country. I honestly don't know if this is like a nationwide thing. I'm sure it is, like every sport, or like Texas is just crazy in general, right? So maybe here the Texans get way too into their sports because that's all that matters to people in North Texas, and it's just crazier here. So let me know in the comments what you think. Let's quit pushing our kids to the brink of quitting a sport or hating you as a parent because you want them to win state, and let's support them and give them help when they want it, but maybe realize that not every kid is going to go like play elite level sports at a high level when they're older. I think two, another random point that makes no logical sense, but it kind of does to me, is just like money, right? Like, so the poor keep getting poorer, the rich keep getting richer, and the middle class is non-existent. The same thing is kind of happening with sports, right? And kids in general. So at the same time, we have chaotic youth sports parents that are pushing their kids to the brink of like exhaustion to get better at a sport. We have a whole bunch of kids who aren't doing anything anymore. They play video games, they watch YouTube, they don't even go outside and play, they never have cast on their arms anymore. And it's like the lazy kids got lazier and parents, the athletic kids got crazier and the parents got crazier, and the middle ground is non-existent now. Like, youth sports used to be like everyone just played baseball or basketball or soccer or whatever for like your rec league. And I feel like that doesn't really, I mean, it exists, but like it's almost now like, well, if you're not going to be the chosen one, why even bother? Why should I drive you to practice 3 nights a week just to be on the rec league? Let's just go ahead and watch YouTube and veg out on Oreos all night long and play Fortnite. It's a strange concept if you think about it. Like I said, literally there's no connection there, but I feel like I might have made a connection. I feel like I might have figured something out. So yeah, leave in the comments. What do you think? What do you see where you're at? And what's your biggest complaint? I'm curious. And if you want to yell at me in the comments, feel free. That works too. Just know that you're the one pushing your kid too hard, not me. So don't take it out on me. Until next time.